think Mr. Painter may be teaching Meg some new tricks, like running. She's a willing participant. It's gorgeous out here. Nice and cool, feels so great. Yesterday we spent time in the kitchen, jarred some pasta sauce, all the jars sealed. Turned out excellent. We're working on that video, getting that video out this week. You want to say good morning?
Good morning, everybody. How are you? It's 8 o'clock here. Look at this beautiful sky. Nice and cool. No more heat, I don't think, huh?
And there's a little hummingbird. I guess he's feeling shy.
It's going to heat up a little bit, but it's not going to be 110.
Let me get a bag.
Get a bag, Ruth.
Oh, gorgeous day.
Pick it up.
We don't do that. Especially when it's so convenient, they just have bags here. There's no reason for people not to clean up after their... Yep.
When our dog does the business, we clean it up. Thank you. What a beautiful morning.
Beautiful morning. It's nice to be out here walking with you.
It is. A nice Saturday.
And look at Meg wagging her tail.
A tail wagger.
She is a happy girl.
Oh my God, she wants to run. I wish I was a little younger and could run with her. I'd let her.
I know.
I just can't do it.
I had the same thought. I used to love running.
She wants to go and I can't. My knees say no. My knees are rickety old, painful knees. Baby.
She's like, you're slowing me down.
She doesn't want to stop.
Let's go.
She wants to go.
Boy, we got out here at the perfect time. It is so nice.
8 o'clock is about the right time, Rose, because as remember, the days are getting shorter. It's getting
a little cooler.
Yeah, and is it later this month they changed the time clock?
So I think so.
7, they moved back.
I think so. I think you're right.
Yeah, it is. It's this month.
So I was reading the Farmer's Almanac post, and they're saying we're supposed to have a little cooler weather this year.
Well, that would be nice.
And it's supposed to be wetter.
Yeah, that would even be
That'd
nicer.
be great for us, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Could you just imagine if when they move the time clock back, it's going to be 7 o'clock.
At this time?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good to know. Here we go on the wild goose chase. The wild dog chase.
Yeah, we got to go chase whatever it is she smells.
I'm pretty sure she was tracking that rat that was trying to get the potatoes in her bucket. Oh, run, rabbit, run. I'm pretty sure she was tracking that rat that was in the yard. I should have known if she was sniffing our bucket with our potatoes in it that there was a reason for it, right?
Yeah.
She's got a great nose.
I can't really tell. It looks like that one trap. It looks like the peach is gone.
You got the peach out of it? We were...
Something fruity, but that can lock down.
We were experimenting with bait.
Loose, they slide it out, you know.
We've been using cheese. Oh, sweetie, she stopped. We've been using cheese, but sometimes we mix it up a little bit, try some fruit, because most of these rats are in our garden because they like vegetables and fruit, right? Good morning, Game Twice. How are you doing this morning? Thanks for joining us. Oh, look at that. Watch out, Daddy. Beautiful morning. Oh my gosh, this feels great. It's warm enough to wear shorts, but we're not sweating. What do you think the temp? Uh-oh. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right.
Why did you panic? It's okay.
You should see it if she wraps herself around a pole. That's really exciting. She doesn't want to be trapped. She's like any animal. So I was talking to one of my cousins yesterday. She has a greenhouse that she can put heat lamps in
Oh, wow.
to grow in the wintertime.
That's nice.
Oh, I'm so glad you like our puppy. That's Meg. She is a shelter baby. We adopted her almost 2 years ago. And she is half American Staffordshire Terrier and half Siberian Husky. And if you watch any of our evening videos that we occasionally do, she likes to howl just like the Siberian Husky.
Yeah, she's a howler.
It's part of her play behavior. It's talk. Can you talk?
She can. She goes, oh.
But anyway, my cousin has a greenhouse that she puts heat lamps in.
Ooh.
And I was telling her that there's so many rules here that we can't have a greenhouse, but we can have cold frames. So that might be something to think about.
Yeah.
Our winters don't get quite as cold as hers. She has elevation.
Oh,
So
wow. What
a
state
cold.
does she live in?
She lives in Arizona.
Oh.
Yeah.
Janet?
Yeah, Jeanette
Yeah,
lives in Arizona. So she has quite a bit of elevation where she's at. She gets a lot of
Yeah, she's
snow where
high.
we don't.
She can get trapped.
I know
Okay.
in the past here I've actually turned clear plastic bins over a bag of dirt and put seeds in it and had a garden growing that way. And right now we have some cruciferous going in the garden underneath temporary cold frames with netting over it. The nets are to protect everything from the rats, the birds.
Yeah.
If you grow it, they
The
will come.
squirrels, the hawks.
The squirrels. We don't know what's been digging up the onions. Normally I can take part of the onion when I'm done cooking, the part at the base that's got the roots in it, and stick it in the ground and it grows a whole new onion. Well, something's been digging those up. I'm actually thinking I'm gonna
Gotta be a RAT.
I'm gonna put those in the refrigerator and let them send up a green shoot before planting them, because I feel like once they've got that green part coming up, they leave them alone. I don't think they really like the smell of them. I mean, they're not eating them; they're just digging them up.
Right.
They're just being a pain.
Which is crazy.
Yep, it's crazy. Don't ask why. What type of food do we grow in our garden? Whatever we can grow. It seems that fruit trees do best here, but squash does really well.
We got a
Eggplant
couple
does really
pumpkins
well. We actually are getting pumpkins this year.
And watermelon.
We're getting a little watermelon, and we got
Yeah.
to check that.
And the eggplants.
Eggplant does really good. Herbs do
and
great here.
eggplants Do the best.
We have a lot of different things that we try to grow.
It's kind of a learning process.
It's definitely a learning process. I think when you move to, I'm originally from Alaska, and we had a pretty big garden there. Like there we could grow potatoes and tomatoes really easily. Here, potatoes and tomatoes don't grow real great. It gets too hot.
Too hot.
So we have an experiment going right now. We're trying to grow some potatoes in a bucket over winter. But, and we have some cherry tomatoes going in a cool spot in the yard. I mean, there's not really a cool spot in our yard, but the coolest spot in our yard. But squash does really well, fruit does really well, eggplant, herbs, onions and garlic in the spring do really well. And in the wintertime, you can grow some cruciferous if nothing eats it. Do I have any tips or tricks to help grow crops faster? Well, it depends on what kind of climate you live in. Do you live someplace that's warm right now, or give me an idea of like what kind of part of the country you live in? Because in Alaska, I would start stuff in our garage. We had a big garage with shelves and grow lights, and I would start stuff in February. Morning. I would start stuff in February, March, April, May, depending on what it was. And then I would harden it off and transplant it. Here, you kind of have two growing seasons here. So a lot depends on where you're at for what works. I'm really still learning here. We've been working on making our own compost. We have a couple of compost bins outside. And then we also bought this electric composter. So when we fill up our compost bins outside, we start using the electric composter inside. So I feel like nutrients, you definitely need fertilizer, whatever kind of fertilizer you choose to use, but you got to have fertilizer for stuff to grow. And compost is a great fertilizer. It's natural. You can make it yourself, right? Don't have to buy it from the store. And it makes your trash not smell as bad, right? Because you don't have all that decaying stuff that you throw away. You know, if you like to make salad or cook the fruits and vegetables and the peels, whatnot. I hope that answers your question. But tell me what part of the country you're in. You know, your climate, and it might be easier for me to give you some pointers. Lots of TLC. We check our plants regularly because that's the best way to catch any bug infestations before they become a problem. Like there was this black bug that showed up in our garden on our fruit trees at the end of summer. Am I a professional? No, I'm not a professional. I'm just a passionate gardener. I'm enthusiastic. It's something that I love doing. We do gardening, we do canning and sewing on this channel, and we walk our cute little doggy. Nope, I love plants. I love eating homegrown produce and fruit if I can. We also have some hydroponic stands inside for winter growing, and also because of our bug situation here, things like lettuce do better inside. Oh, Oklahoma, okay, all right. So you're probably not that different from us, temperature-wise, right? Maybe a little more. Do they have more humidity in Oklahoma?
Yeah.
You probably have more humidity. So some of the stuff that I can't grow, you might be able to grow. Like you might be able to grow sweet potatoes and potatoes there.
They can grow anything in Oklahoma.
My husband says you can grow anything there with your climate.
Yep.
What kind of stuff do you want to grow?
You can grow anything. They have their winters are a lot colder than ours.
Your winters are colder.
Yeah, they have a lot of ice storms. I lived there for 6 months.
So you're probably going to want to start your seeds inside. Your Cooperative Extension Service will publish a schedule for seed starting. I've always started my seeds a little sooner. And the benefit of doing that is if you have seeds, sometimes you buy seeds and they're no good. So if you start them just a little bit before your Cooperative Extension Service recommends, if you have a bad batch of seeds, it gives you time to just start again. This year was kind of crazy for us. It got so hot, we had 5 days of almost 120 degrees. Oh, you love tomatoes, okay. All right, yeah, actually I can talk about tomatoes quite a bit. But it got so hot that all the squash that I put out died off except for this gigantic pumpkin plant we have. We have our own pumpkin patch going here. But tomatoes, you probably want to start those indoors around February. And here you could probably transplant in May, maybe April, possibly. You don't know, you can get a late cooling. Sometimes we have a week where it'll be warm, like you're like summer's coming, and then it'll cool off for a week, right? And that can catch you by surprise. If that happens, just throw something over them, like a sheet, right? But start your tomatoes inside, and what I like to do is pinch the outer leaf, and I feel like that helps to get them branching out and growing more quickly. The other thing too, if you're growing stuff inside, is it's really important to have circulation. You don't want your plants like really touching each other a lot because you're more likely to end up with fungal type diseases that can happen. And make sure you use a fertilizer that has more potassium in it for blooms. So that's my suggestion on tomatoes. Tomatoes don't do too well here, but they did great in Alaska. We used to grow about 50 pounds of tomatoes in the summer.
Oh, I remember.
And we had the perfect garage for that because we would actually hang our tomatoes upside down because usually they would be green when we picked them, and we could get small or big tomatoes there. And we would hang them upside down. Thank you for subbing. I appreciate that.
Oh.
We would hang them upside down, and I'd string them up, the vines, on like twine, and they'd look like clusters of grapes. And I would hang them upside down off of the grow racks in the wintertime. And we would literally have tomatoes until December, like New Year's, actually. Ooh. Yeah, I love tomatoes. I can grow cherry tomatoes on our hydroponic stands. I'm working on getting some tomatoes going right now. Thanks for asking about gardening. Thanks for subbing. We appreciate it. We're going to be releasing a video this week. I actually canned pasta sauce last night and I videoed it. I've got to edit it in case you're interested in learning to jar your own pasta sauce. I think that's the best way to do it.
You start with tomatoes and peel them, and it's a lot of work, but boy, that was a really good batch of sauce you made.
Yeah.
And you know what the best part is now? When you can it and jar it, we'll have it for a year. We can have
That's right.
tomatoes.
Or
good,
2 years possibly.
Yeah, good fresh.
The longest I've ever kept
well,
anything that I've jarred is 4 years, but they recommend 2 years. So if you get into canning, you want to rotate the goods that you can on your shelves, right? So always use the oldest stuff first. That's what we do. I label my jars and I put the date on them so I know when I did it.
Yeah, that's smart.
Well, the other benefit, I worked at a university for 27 years, but I had a hobby business on the side. I sold sauces at the farmer's market, and it's really important to label your jars and date them. So if you ever had a bad batch for any reason, which I've never have, you would be able to say, oh, these were all in the same batch, right? So you kind of want to be able to identify stuff like that. But I've never had any problems with.
No, that's because you're a pro, Mrs. Painter.
Well, I don't cheat.
No, you
I
don't.
follow the steps. I do the work.
You do.
And the results pay off, and I'm thankful for that.
You do.
Well, we're going to try to make some fish tacos tonight.
Ooh.
Parker, if you happen to catch this video, I know you wanted fish tacos.
He wants fish tacos.
And I think we'll probably start making them around 4 p.m. today, Pacific time, for anybody that wants to learn to make fish tacos. Now, normally I like to make them with a white kind of fish, but I forgot to pick up, cod, or in Alaska we got rockfish and it was wonderful. But we have some salmon, so I'm actually going to make them with salmon for the first time. So anybody who wants to learn how to make fish tacos, we'll be doing a live 4 p.m. Pacific time if you want to join us.
Go back this way.
Oh, hey, Parker just checked in. Hi, Parker. Are you going to watch our live today when we make our fish tacos? We're going to use salmon. I forgot to buy white fish, but I think the salmon will be really good too.
Oh, yeah, that's what they used at Anthony's up in Seattle.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
And Anthony, they use
used
salmon. All right.
Yeah. Well, they used halibut and salmon, and like the halibut cost me.
Yes, you are. Okay. He's excited.
Oh, yeah.
Parker's excited about fish tacos. Well, so am I. Thanks for suggesting it. That was a great suggestion.
You want to go this way? Let's go.
Yeah, the last time we made those, they were super good, so I'm looking forward to it.
We even have the little fish taco over there.
We have the stands too, which is nice because you can make your shells and put them in the stands and then put them in the oven, right?
Now, he can buy his shells if he wants. Actually, I think the soft tortillas.
The soft tortillas are the best.
They're the best.
Now, these are the medium-sized ones, not the smaller ones, but you can actually buy small tortillas if you want. I'm just going to use what I have because I bought some, but
Yeah.
But you can buy
little ones like about like that. They're about 8 inch. Those would probably be the best.
Yeah, I mean we could even trim ours too to make them the perfect size.
Right.
You can always, if you have medium ones and you want to make them, smaller, just take what you trim off and air fry it, and you can make chips, right?
Yeah. Tortilla chips.
Mm-hmm.
I get those when I go to Polo Loco. You do too.
I do.
Uh-oh, look, there's an old...
We don't eat a lot of fast food, but if we do, my favorite is Pollo Loco because I feel like it's like pretty basic. You know, rice, beans, onions, tomatoes, cilantro, their sauces. I usually give Mr. Painter most of my chicken. Oh, okay, so Parker says my dog Harley, she was under my bed sleeping and made weird noises until I noticed she was having a dream.
Oh.
And it was hard to go back to sleep. And
Oh,
finally
no.
I went back to sleep. Yeah, sometimes Meg kicks in her sleep.
She wakes me up too. She kicks. She's having dreaming and
she's awfully strong though, so if she kicks you, you feel it.
She's very strong. Her legs are very strong.
Does Harley have a lot of dreams? Jessica says she's chubby. Do you think we're overfeeding her? When we first got her, she was emaciated. She's probably about 15 pounds lighter. You could actually see under her ribs. She was so tiny.
I think she's a good weight. We only feed her once a day.
You're saying Rose is chubby? Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry to... Nobody's ever called me chubby before. Are you... All right. Well, that's awesome, Jessica. Thanks for the pointer on the fitness.
How about Mr. Painter? Is he chubby too?
You're gonna give me a complex.
Oh,
actually,
no.
I don't think you will. I've got a mind of my own.
You're not chubby. Look at this guy riding on one wheel.
Oh, it's Jesse. I'm sorry, Jesse. Okay, this is Meg. Our dog's name is Meg. You can't possibly be talking about me.
No, I think
because it's the first time you're on our channel.
Yeah.
But thanks for joining, Jesse. Yeah, sorry I couldn't see very well because it's really sunny here. I'll see if I can get her to walk. Yeah, me. Okay, well, that's great. Thanks. Have a great day, Jessica. Jesse. Parker says the last time he saw his dog Harley dreaming, it was when he was in the 6th grade.
Oh, wow.
So are you in junior high school now, Parker?
Come on.
All right. Well, Jessica, have a great day.
Bye, Jess.
Bye. Thank you, Parker. You're right, it's not nice.
I think she meant Meg.
I don't know what she meant, but she's being rude to everybody.
Oh, is she? No.
But we can fix that. We tolerate a little bit of that, but not much. It is a gorgeous day today.
Come here. What's this? Over here. Meg, come here. Come here. Meg.
Oh, Parker's in the 8th grade. That's awesome. Well, you are the perfect age to be doing some cooking. I'm looking forward to those fish tacos. We haven't had those in quite a while.
Oh, those are so good. Ooh.
So Parker will be doing that at 4 p.m. Pacific time, all right? So hope you join us for that. And we appreciate the sub Game Twice. Thanks for joining us today from Oklahoma. Hope y'all have a blessed day today. It's a beautiful day for us. We're enjoying our walk. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. See you later, Parker.